praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the Bahasham, the third Millstone, Shalom to the sincere account, honest truth and sincerity. Shalom. Today, while I was working, I found a dead bird on top of a light pole. So I found that strange, to find a dead bird. It was like like a chicken. So it was like like a little birdie, man. Like it had just been hatched for a couple of weeks. You can still see the spots on the bird. It was like orange with brown spots. So it was a young bird, man, and it was on top of the light pole, on the lamp. And I made a video for the brothers, to show them what I found, because it's kind of strange, right? You find a bird on top of a light pole. So I basically, I took a snippet of a dead bird, but on the other hand, another brother, he posted, a young nest, full of newly born birds, man, still with their mother chirping, making sounds, for food, with their beak all up in the air, mouth wide open or their beaks wide open, begging for that food. So, what I actually did is I made a little bit of a joke concerning that bird that I took on film. That one of those birds that he made a picture from, that those that's the reincarnation of the bird that I found. And what do I base that upon? That's what I based. Let me say it differently. The thing that I said, I based it upon the scriptures, because animals, when they die, they are immediately born. That's the difference between the death between a human and the death of an animal. As humans, we have 3 to 4 generations before we get reincarnated. Pursuant to Exodus chapter 20, where it says, "The Most High would visit the iniquity upon the 3rd and the 4th generation." Pursuant to 2nd Esdras chapter 14, verse 35, where it talks about when we shall live again. And of course, Ecclesiastes 3 and 16, where it says, "And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there." So under the sun, which is the earth, is the place of reincarnation, where we live again. After we are, turned back into the flesh again. But concerning the beasts, it doesn't take for them 3 or 4 generations, because once they die, they get reincarnated, immediately. They don't have to wait 3 or 4 generations to be born again. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 19. "For that which befalleth the Son of Man befalleth beasts. Even one thing befalleth them, as that one dieth, so dieth the other." Yeah, both the animals die and the people upon this earth die. You see, right now that's still the case. Pursuing to the Israelites, we're going to be immortal once the kingdom is going to be established. As for the other heathens, they're still going to be mortal. You see. But for Israel, Yasharallah, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're going to be the ones to be immortal. You see, so those things not going to befall us, like those animals and like the other nations. But as of right now, yes, the same thing that happens unto the beasts happened to, all the nations upon the earth. Reading on. "Yea, they have all one breath, so that the man hath no preeminence above a beast for all his vanity." So So it shows you that you know the humans are not superior, you know, to the beast, because we all have one breath, man, and the Most High can take it away. It says, verse 20, all go unto one place, and all are of to dust, and all turn to dust again, because we were created from the earth. And to be more specific, we were created, you know, as humans, we were created from the darkest soil underneath the waters. Now let's go to Genesis. Also the other animals that are under land. Let's see. So the humans, let me see, so Genesis 1 and 20, and the powers said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth and the open firmament of heaven. So the moving creatures is referring to the humans and certain animals that, you know, we can find on the land. So I was talking about the birds. Verse 24, and the powers said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beasts of the earth after his kind, and it was so. So it says that certain animals, you know, were not created from the deepest soil, or, you know, did not come out of the waters. See, so there is a difference between that concerning the creation. Verse 25, and the powers made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and the powers saw that it was good. You see, so there's a little bit of difference between how certain animals, you know, came to pass, you know, concerning that in comparison to the humans, because we humans, we have been created from the darkest soil that could be found underneath the water. But one thing is for sure, we were all created from dust, from the earth, you know, which has all the nutrients and minerals, you know, that can also be found within our body. But going back to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 20, all go into one place, all are of the dust, and turn to dust again. So once we turn to dust, you know, once the spirit leaves our body, you know, we as humans, pursuant to Ecclesiastes chapter 12, we turn to the Most High, man. The Most High takes the soul and brings it back towards Him. That's why it says in verse 21, who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward. You know, the Most High, you know, takes it back towards the spiritual realm up there, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth. So this goes to show that an animal is going to be reincarnated, you know, almost immediately. You see? And that's why I made that, you know, joke, you know, concerning the bird that I found and the bird that the other brother, you know, found, you know, within the nest. You see? So to summarize this video, animals, they immediately reincarnate pursuant to the scriptures, but us people, we have to wait 3 or 4 generations, which can be found in Exodus chapter 20. So with that, I hope that this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the Elder Apostles of Great Millstone, the teacher Woodrow, and Shalom to the sincere Akion, spread his truth and sincerity. Shalom.